I know this for sure. The fastest way to build your audience and to land and attract your ideal clients is through public speaking. It's by speaking on other people's platforms or your own platforms. That's the fastest way to grow your audience and to attract your ideal clients. More than Facebook ads, more than sales funnels, more than everything. Because when you can get on somebody else's physical stage or their virtual stage or their podcast or go live with them or get them to write a blog post about you or you do a YouTube video together, you're speaking to their audience. They already have an audience. They're co-signing for you. They're vouching for you because they have you on that platform. So people are going to automatically listen to you because they're a part of that person's audience and they brought you in. You're listening to the Grind and Gratitude Show. Welcome to the Grind and Gratitude Show. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much. If you're an avid listener, you know what it is. I got so much love for you. Thank you so much for being here and for being my co-host. I'm all dressed up today. I got my nice blue dress shirt on. I got my orange, hat, chapeau on. I'm dressed up. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the topic. Maybe I dressed up because today we are talking about 3 reasons business owners need to become better public speakers. And I guess that's why I decided to dress up. I wanted to make sure that I looked the part. Anyway, let's get into it. I am Danny Stone, also known as Coach Stone, is in the building. I help hero entrepreneurs make more income, impact, and influence by learning how to speak so they attract their ideal clients and create the lifestyle they deserve. That's what I help people to do, and I'm so honored and blessed to be able to do that, to be able to help business owners around the world, to be able to speak on stages, to be able to bring this podcast to you, to write books. Everything that I do is around helping you to level up your life and your business. So I love what I do. I love the fact that I can tune in every single week with this podcast and people are listening from all over the world. Wherever you're listening from, thank you so much for being here. We have listeners in Africa, in Europe, in North America, South America. It's so great. Asia. It's so great to have you all tuning in, and thank you so much. But today, I really want to talk to my business owners. And if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a side hustler, a business owner, this is going to be very helpful for you. And if you're thinking about being a business owner, side hustler, or an entrepreneur, this is going to be helpful for you as well. One of the things that I don't hear a lot of people talking about enough in the business community is really about us learning how to be better public speakers. See, you hear all of these things about sales funnels and running ads and all of these other things, but if you're not a good speaker and your message isn't clear, then you're not going to attract your ideal clients and you're wasting money. Once you learn to get your speech down, to understand what your message is really clearly, then it makes sense to go and do all those other things. And I've made this mistake in my business, and some of my coaching clients have made this mistake where we put together these sales funnels and they just didn't work. Or we ran all of these Facebook and Instagram ads and the ads didn't work. Why? Because our messaging was off. We didn't spend enough time on our messaging. And I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to run out here and to spend all this money trying to run ads or spend all your time and energy trying to do all these posts and connect with people, and then your messaging be off. And so one of the ways and one of the things that I realize, and I know this for sure, the fastest way to build your audience and to land and attract your ideal clients is through public speaking. It's by speaking on other people's platforms or your own platforms. That's the fastest way to grow your audience and to attract your ideal clients. More than Facebook ads, more than sales funnels, more than everything. Because when you can get on somebody else's physical stage or their virtual stage or their podcast or go live with them or get them to write a blog post about you or you do a YouTube video together, you're speaking to their audience. They already have an audience. They're co-signing for you. They're vouching for you because they have you on that platform. So people are going to automatically listen to you because they're a part of that person's audience and they brought you in. And so there's already sort of this intrinsic kind of understanding that you're there to provide value, that you know what you're talking about, and that you can help them in some way. But a lot of people aren't talking about this. A lot of people are not telling you that if you really want to grow your business, you want to make more impact, income, and influence, you have to learn to become a better public speaker. And so here's 3 tips and 3 reasons why you have to become a better public speaker if you want to grow your business. The first one is when you learn to become a better speaker, a more confident speaker, you learn to convey your messages really clearly. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see with people, especially business owners and entrepreneurs, is that they cannot clearly state what it is that they do. You actually confuse potential customers because you can't articulate in a real clear and concise way, this is what I do, or this is what we do in our business. Like, think about it. Have you ever gone to a networking event or have you ever met somebody and you ask them what it is that they do? And then they talk around in circles. Well, we help clients kind of figure things out in their business. And so what we do is we really hone in on helping them figure things out and figure out what to do. And then once they figure it out, we help them do the thing that we help them figure it out. Have you ever heard somebody talk in circles like that and you're confused? You're thinking to yourself, what is it that they do? So because you can't clearly state what you do, you're possibly losing customers, right? And that could be on your social media. Maybe your messages aren't clear about what you do on your social media. Maybe when you're speaking to people, maybe when you finally get potential customers on the phone, or you get them in your sales funnel and your email communications, maybe it's not clear what it is that you do. And so because it's not clear, you might be missing out on landing clients. So you really have to get clear on what it is that you do. And I often tell people you should be able to say what you do in, 1 sentence, in 30 seconds. You should be able to talk about what you do in 30 seconds or 30 minutes. That's when you know your messaging is tight. When you can stand in front of somebody or a group of people and you can speak to them for 30 minutes about this is what I do or this is what we do in our business, or you can do that in 30 seconds with 1 line, that's when you know that your messaging is clear, it's concise, it's tight, you fully understand it. It's likely that the people that you're speaking to are going to understand it as well. And it takes time. I'm not saying this stuff happens overnight. It takes time. You have to sit down and you have to say, okay, what is it that we do? Who do we serve? What do they need? What do we help them achieve? What's the big problem that we help them to solve? Right? Think about that. And then keep working on it. Keep reworking it. Keep testing it with people. See if it makes sense until you really fine tune that. And once you fine tune that, then you can start to share it publicly. You can share it on your social media, going live. And then you can start to pitch yourself to get on other people's platforms so that you can put yourself out there and do more public speaking and reach more people. Is this making sense to you? I hope so. I hope this is making sense. So that's the first thing that we need to do as business owners when it comes to becoming like a better public speaker, is to get clear on our messaging. The second thing that we need to do is we need to learn how to use that to position ourselves as an expert in our field or in our business. So we have to learn to speak so that we position ourselves as the go-to expert. What is your USP? Unique selling proposition. What makes you different than everybody else who's doing what you do? How do you stand out from everyone else? Is it a specific process or a specific service? Is it the results that you get people? A lot of it comes down to storytelling. Regardless of what it is, people resonate with stories. I call them champion stories. Champion stories are strategic stories that you need to have in your business to get into the hearts of potential customers and clients. Do you have those strategic stories? The strategic story around why you started your business. The strategic stories around client testimonials, client journeys. Do you have those strategic stories that are going to help you to land your ideal customers and clients? Do you have those? If you don't, you need to sit down and think about them. And then once you have them, you want to start testing them out. You want to start sharing them with your current clients or sharing them in your email or on your social media. You want to start testing out those stories. And then once you got them honed in and locked in on, then you can start to expand and try to get on other people's platforms and share those stories. Stories are powerful. When you can share a story of overcoming a struggle or a challenge, and that's why you started your business. Or you can share a client testimonial of a client that was struggling so much with their weight loss for years, or self-esteem, or lack confidence, or was struggling in their relationships, and you helped them. People can resonate with that. When you tell that story and you show them that story, people can start to see themselves in the story. And they start to see, maybe you're the expert that can help me, right? That's how expert positioning works. It's like storytelling. Did you develop a process or a system that can help people? You back that up with a story. It's very powerful. So that's another reason that us as business owners, we have to learn to be better public speakers, because once you can communicate to a group of people in a very clear and concise way, what makes you unique with stories, now you start to position yourself as the go-to expert. Now people want to lean in. They're like, oh, what is it that this Coach Stone guy does? That's what it is. So that's the second thing that you want to do, right? You want to make sure that you learn how to position yourself as an expert. And you do that with stories, with your 5-step process, with really talking about why your products or your services are different than other people. And then the third thing that you want to do to really make sure that you stand out, that you really want to be, that's going to help you become a better public speaker. And the reason why you want to become a better public speaker is you will attract your ideal clients. It's less chasing. Once I learned how to become a better public speaker, and once I learned how to speak to make a greater impact, more and more people were sending me messages saying, hey, Coach Stone, what is it that you do? How can I access your coaches, your coaching, your courses? How can we hire you to speak on stages in our company? People started reaching out to me because I was taking advantage of getting on other people's platforms, of honing in on my public speaking abilities. And that's what was the game changer. That's what will change the game for you. It's not about a funnel. It's not about an ad. It's not about all of these other things until you have your messaging down, until you know what you want to say, until you've tested that with other people, until you've connected with audiences, whether it's virtual, whether it's on video, whether it's physically on a stage. Because once you can learn to speak to a group of people or to an audience in a really impactful and thoughtful way, that's how you're going to show up as the go-to expert. That's how you're going to make people want to lean in and say, I think maybe I need to learn a little bit more about what you do, because it sounds like I might need your products or your services. So those are 3 things that I wanted to talk to you about. Share this really quickly. The things that have helped me in my business, the things that I've helped other business owners do to become better, more effective, more impactful speakers. And it's really changed their business, and it's changed mine as well. We chase clients less and less, and we attract them more and more because we learn the importance of being a more effective speaker, being able to speak publicly on other people's platforms. We know what messages we want to deliver. We know how to tell stories, to position ourselves as the go-to expert, champion stories. And because we learn to do those things, we speak where our clients are and we attract our ideal clients. That's what I want for you. So I hope this was helpful. Go back, make some notes. If it was, please leave a review. That will help me tremendously. Please subscribe to the Grind and Gratitude Show podcast. And if you want to hear other topics about how to be a more effective communicator, how to be a more impactful speaker, how to grow your business by speaking and telling stories, send me a DM on Instagram at I am Danny Stone. I love hearing from you. So thank you so much for being my co-host on this episode of the Grind and Gratitude Show. I will catch you in the next episode. Take care, everyone.